When you're looking to downsize, should you sell your home first or should you find the next home first?
I think the quick answer is depends upon what your financial situation is. If you want to go ahead, which I think is most favorable for people that are downsizing, is to purchase a home first. And that could be from a HELOC,
Yep.
Could be from a bridge loan, it could be maybe from like
Retirement
you have financial Schwab or whatever it may be. You could go to them and you can borrow money from that for a short period of time. You can also actually get a loan.
Yes.
And I think the last clients we did that, they had to pay it either 4 or 5 months, the mortgage.
Mhm.
And then once that was done, then they could refinance
Yes.
once they sell their house. So there's so many different ways
There's
to do it that
different
way.
ways to do it. But
Yeah.
definitely the easiest tends to be finding your next home first if you're financially able to.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. And then before you sell any of your like any furniture, any of your personal items, move first if you can. And why is that?
So what we found out is people, it's really hard to visualize going maybe to a smaller home, and some people downsize to a bigger house.
That
So
happens quite a bit.
It doesn't matter.
Some
But if
people
you-
just downsize the yard and upsize the house.
They do. I see that a lot. But if you're having to go to a smaller place, then the best thing to do is to, if you can buy first and go ahead and move your things in, because I would say half a dozen times, if not more, I've had clients go, oh, why did I give that away? I could
Now I'm
have
gonna
fit
go
that
buy it.
right
Yes.
here, and now you've got that expense to buy something that would match it,
Definitely.
what you had.
That happens a lot.
Yeah.
All right. And then start looking long before you're ready to move, because it could take years. It could take months. It could take, it's a hard move for a lot of people because you're moving from a home that you've probably been in for 20, 30 years into your next 20 or 30 year home. So it's like finding that right location. I know that we've had people move that they were like, oh my gosh, I wish that I would have moved closer to my doctors, or, things
Those
that
people we didn't help move though.
we didn't help them actually, but we heard that because we wouldn't have let that happen.
We had some clients that were going to to make a long story short, their children had them move to a location that it was very hard for them to be able to know. They used to know the exact way to get to their doctor's office. They knew the quickest place to go to the grocery store.
Yep.
They knew all those things because they'd lived in that house for 35 years, so they knew exactly get in the car and go do this. Now, when you're older, some of those things are harder to adjust to. Just to be honest, it's what happens when you get older.
When I moved, I didn't want to be 5 to 10 minutes away from where I was because I liked my location so much.
Yeah.
So you do have to think about those things.
And it's better for you not to sit there and think about,
I have to find all these new things.
Yeah, and then also, like, where am I going to move? There's no place for me to move to. Well, once you get out there and you see what is out there, you're like, oh, I could probably do this.
I could see myself there.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, it's about getting a feel for the area and the location that you might want to be next. What do you want your next life to look like? Life in that house to look like?
Yeah, do you want it to where it's a lock and go? If you like to travel and you're tired of having to take care of the yard or find somebody to take care of the yard and all that, then is that what you want?
Or do you want to live in a pickleball community? Because we have those now.
Yeah.
Or a 55 plus community and what those have to offer.
I know this sounds silly, but I just because with my mother, they lived in a very small town in Kansas, and we moved them out here so they had better medical care. And so think about it, if you're going to move to a smaller town, that's great. I have nothing against small towns, but need you to stop and think
you're
that,
right.
Is it easy to get somewhere if you need a specialist or something like that?
Oh, that's a really good point.
Yeah. And also, do you want to move close to your kids? And we have a lot of people.
A lot of
people.
A lot of people move from out of town here to move close to their kids because their kids have all come here.
Yeah, so they want to move close to their kids. And then it's like, do you want to be a 30-minute drive from your kids? do you want to be a walk so the grandkids could come over and see you?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot to think about.
Definitely. That's a really good point.
Yeah.
And then what happens if you have to sell before you buy?
Oh, so I think what we were talking about there, thinking about is, it's hard to make those decisions when you have to do it.
So
Yeah.
in terms of like if you had a medical condition that forced you to only live on one level, or just not being able to take care of your house anymore.
Yeah. And so then it's a matter of, what was that? Remind me. Sorry, Amber.
Your prompt. That's okay.
I'm off that.
I said, what if you have to sell before you can buy?
Oh, well then, I know now.
She knows what's up.
So what that meant was, it's okay if you have to sell before you can buy. It's all right. So we'll put your home on the market. Again, we'll go out and look for homes, see if there's things so you feel
Certain
comfortable.
Communities.
When we do know that you are being able to sell your house, then we know, hey, you've got these options still. We can still look in that neighborhood. So just remember, you put your house on the market and you get under contract. You have 30 days before we close. And then you have an option of another 60 days afterwards to rent back your house.
So 90 days.
Yeah, 90 full days to go find a house, get under contract. I mean, it's easy for us to do.
Because we do it often, and it's much in this market in our current market, it's a lot easier to get under contract and then go find a home because inventory is higher than it has been. So
yeah, you have choices.
It's definitely like you have choices and there's opportunity, and it's a lot less stressful typically to get your home on the market before you go find something if you need to sell first.
And there's always another option. We can say, hey, the seller has a right to terminate the contract if they can't find a house within 30 days. I mean, there's so many ways that we can work around that.
Definitely.
And you're still not feeling panicked that you have to find something.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then, we talked about earlier not getting rid of those big items, but there are some items you can downsize now.
Yes, there are, which we see when we go in and start emptying out houses so we're really lucky. We have a lot of people that are out of state. The kids are out of state and they find us and we're able to do all the work for them here. And they know that it's getting done. They don't have to be here to do it. And so when we go in and empty those houses, we find
lots of wrapping paper sometimes.
National Geographic magazines.
Just
checkbooks from 19 whatever.
A long time ago.
A long time ago.
Books. I mean, it's a lot of paper that people feel the need to save, which is fine, but you're not going to take that to your next house. There's no reason to move that. So there's different ways you can recycle it. Some doctor's offices will take those things. Probably the newer things, you can shred it. So there is a lot of downsizing you can do that not in terms of furniture or decor that you keep packed away 99% of the time. Maybe you don't need all the Christmas trees. I mean, we had a house where I think she had 20 Christmas trees. So
we got them all sold.
We did.
In the garage sale though.
We did indeed. But those are the kinds of things you can start downsizing now.
Yeah, and those are the easy things.
And you don't have to figure it out overnight. You don't have to okay, I've made the decision to downsize. It doesn't have to happen tomorrow.
No.
You can slowly.
Which I am doing that now.
Yes, she has.
I did get rid of a lot of the books. I'm like, why am I keeping this? I don't know why I'm not going to read it again. So we did give it away. Some of the kids took some, and then I just took some over to one of the stores.
Yeah.
And the library. Actually, that's not right. I was going to take it to this, but then my husband looked it up, and I can take it to the library, and you can just take it in your boxes, and they don't care. Just drop it down. So that's what I did with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how about your puzzles? So our
what
family
about my puzzles?
Somebody has a lot of puzzles, and we do it. All of us do.
We have a puzzling problem.
Yes, and so
it's puzzling.
To be honest with you, a lot of the senior citizens, senior communities, they love the puzzles.
They do,
because they'll take them all the time because there's so many people in there that do the puzzles. So, Amber, okay,
I'm not ready. I'm not looking to downsize.
But you can.
But you can't. So it's to recap, it's easier to find a home before you sell if that's in your financial capability. it's good to start downsizing some smaller items, but keeping those bigger items just in case you do need them in your next home. It's good to start looking at different communities and getting out there if it's something
Which we have so much fun doing. So
yeah,
you're not wasting our time.
No, and we just want you to be comfortable in your next move because it's usually your last move. It's your next 20 to 30 years. So
and it's always easier if you would do it before you have to.
Yep,
for physical reasons.
That's a really big takeaway from this video is to, if you've been thinking about it at all, to do it before you need to do it. And
I'm going to be honest with you, I've not had anybody who decided to downsize, even though they had their heels in the sand with their kids, like, I'm not going to do it. And then they do it, and I call them up, about a month later, so how are things? Oh, we're having so much fun.
Why didn't we do this years ago?
Yeah, why didn't we do this earlier? Why didn't somebody tell us to do this? I'm like, oh, your kids have been telling you. But I've never had one of them say, I want to go back where I was.
Never.
Yeah.
So just, these are some great tips for if you've been considering downsizing. So if you have any more questions, be sure to comment below downsizing guide and we'll be sure to get you one of those. And please look to us if you have any questions.